They're talking sports and what's going on again. It's Jay and me breaking it down for the fans. Nothing gets past them. Tap in and catch them. J-N-M-E C2CSN.
Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing today? You are live on the Jay and Emmy show on a beautiful Monday night, 4/6/2026, and you guys are live with the Jay and Emmy show, Monday Madness. I'm your host, Emmy. How you doing today, Jay?
Doing great, man. Hell of a Monday, hell of a game, hell of a time. We have a lot to talk about. Not just pertaining to the Knicks, pertaining to the NBA in general, man. There's a lot going on. It's the last week of the regular season. So, there's a lot to talk about. That being said.
A lot. Well, we're going to obviously talk about right now the most recent thing that just transpired, and that is the New York Knicks playing the Atlanta Hawks. And the New York Knicks playing the Atlanta Hawks right now, coming after playing the Chicago and Memphis. And obviously it's like, damn, man, the Knicks are giving them a butt whipping and then it looks all great. But at the end of the day, if you guys realize, the Knicks have been 0-5 in probably the last 10 game stretch against top 500 teams. So that doesn't mean much when you beat, even if you're beating them by a lot, doesn't mean much when you can beat the worst teams in the league, but then you can't even beat some of these 500 teams. So obviously today we're going to be a matchup to see where the Knicks stood, and I'm actually going to go second. I want to see your take on this, Jay, and then and I'll give my view on this.
All right, so let's talk about the game first. First and foremost, because that's one of the important things that happened tonight before we start talking about the Knicks as a whole and where they stand. So as you all know, or you may not know, the Knicks play the Atlanta Hawks, and we won that game by the hairs on our chinny chin chin. It was a good game, though. It was a good matchup, good back and forth matchup. But let's go straight to the final, where we had the Brunson takeover. The fourth quarter was Brunson's quarter, man. That was Brunson's quarter. He went off in that quarter. He had the Knicks last 12. It was nasty. He couldn't be stopped. And, this just goes to show you, like, when the playoffs come, it's a big difference between experience and no experience.
Right.
If we were to face off with the Hawks,
right,
they lack experience.
Right.
They lack experience. And I think Austin Reeves said it best on the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a closer who they could trust right now.
Right.
They have no closer. So they don't necessarily know who to give the ball to in situations like this.
Yeah. And to piggyback a little bit on that, it's just, and to have a star player, and I brought this up last time when we played Toronto, and that is when you saw Toronto creeping back into the game, it was like, just put the ball in the hands of Brunson, maybe a little bit in the hands of Cat, and call it a day. And that's exactly what the Knicks did. I mean, you have an experienced, at this point now, an experienced, prolific scorer, and you could say someone who Atlanta doesn't mean anything to him. He can get this job done easily. The guy's been going back to Eastern Conference final. Like, this guy can do it. So Atlanta doesn't have someone to match up with that.
No, they don't. Experience in the playoffs is a game changer. It's a complete and utter game changer. I don't care how good you did in the regular season. If you go into the playoffs with no experience, what's going to happen? Like, I love San Antonio right now. I love what they're doing. When they get to the playoffs, will they get out the first round? Yeah, probably got the first round. But how will they do in the second round? They lack experience. They lack experience big time, man. They're a great team. People are saying, oh, they're going to be NBA champs. Nah, I doubt it, man. They're very inexperienced. It's more than likely going to be OKC coming out of there. Let's just be real. Let's be real.
Right. So I want to break this game down for you. So all positivities from your side, right, Jay?
Yeah.
From today's game?
Yeah. Positive-ish.
And I could appreciate that.
Yeah.
My take on this game is a little different. Okay. And we can run this back a little bit right here. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, you remember, and I'm going to start off with, if you guys remember about 10 years ago, they asked Russell Westbrook a question. They said, hey, Russell, did the Jazz win this one or did you guys lose this one? What? If you guys remember his response, because obviously he was like, what are you saying?
The hell are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking about? What? Man, this guy tripping. Okay. What he basically was asking him was, did you guys win this? Or did the other team just lose this game? Was it really the other team just lost control of the game and that's how you guys ended up winning? Or was it you guys actually, doing everything possible to win? I kind of take that game and I kind of put that here. I think especially the collapse the Hawks had in the last few, just everything going right for the Knicks, everything going wrong for the Hawks, especially that one of the possession where Brunson hit that 3-pointer. I'm waiting to find out where Brunson hit that three. McCollum stumbled, busted their ass, and led to a Brunson wide open three. Okay. And then not to mention then just stupid turnovers and steal. So I think personally, Atlanta just gave them that game. And look, I'm not taking away anything from JB. Obviously, he had to put the ball in the hoop, and he was, he was JB. Yeah, he was JB. But Atlanta did a horrible job closing that game out. All the right things went for the Knicks, and they just folded up. They just folded up, and then why am I bringing this up? The point is like, well, I mean, I can't stand games and victories from the Knicks where it's not like, it's not one of those victories where it's like we actually went and earned it. It was like not one of those it fell in our lap type of deals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially so late in the game. Look, I think that was that three right here. Hold on.
That was it.
That was it, right? Hold on.
That was it.
So what the okay,
oh,
so
look. Fell right on his ass.
Without a freaking cat's foot or some shit. Like
he might have.
See, like right in here comes off the screen.
Yep, he tripped on Cat's foot.
Yeah, just everything going wrong for the Hawks, and the Knicks just taking advantage once again. And the Knicks are taking.
But you should capitalize on opportunities like this, though.
Yeah. So two things I'm gonna just make a point of here, and I want to hear what you have to say. I'm not happy with this victory because of two things. I'll take it because, as you guys know, a win's a win, and we'll take it. But I'm not happy because of number one, I feel like it's more of the Hawks that effed up than the Knicks actually doing things. And then number two, what Knicks? It was Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that's a problem going into the play because there was a point where we kicked it out to Bridges and he missed the shot. And it's just how long is JB gonna do this? Like, especially against teams like the Celtics and Cleveland and Detroit. Like, do you really think he can get wins like this every single time and win a championship like this? So it's those are my two problems right now with the Knicks. What do you have to
say? Okay. So Brunson did take over for us to win, I guess. Brunson also, I'll say the first half, he wasn't really playing up to par. First half, I don't even think he might have had 10 points. It wasn't a lot.
He shot really bad.
Yeah. First half, he ended the game 11 for 26. That's not a good shooting performance.
No.
It's crazy. Bridges had his usual, 15 points every now and again, 7 for 13. Bridges actually played decent. Except for that one stupid three he missed. That really bothered me. But Bridges played decent.
Not bad.
Cat 21 and 12. Cat's been really coming on my side of the last couple of times, and Anunoby 22 points. So we got a good hit from everybody all around. And it was good, and I don't mind it. However, you're right.
Yeah.
Brunson doesn't take over, but at the same time, that's what he does. He's a takeover guy. What do you expect? That's what he does. He's a takeover guy. He's the guy that's here to take over. That's why the Hawks couldn't pull it together. They don't have a guy to take over. Right. Everybody says basketball is a team sport, and it is a team sport, but you need that one guy who can be like, hey, man, we need a little bit of help.
Sure.
Kick the ball. Kobe, Jordan, LeBron. We need a little bit of help. Help us out, please. Curry. You saw Curry the other night. Curry came back from injury, and they damn near won the game.
Yeah.
They're a different team with him. So, I like what this Knicks team's doing, what they did just now, and
Okay.
I'm not mad at it. They're doing
Yeah.
what they're supposed to do. And I
Yeah.
also see Browns kind of playing with the lineup here. Alvarado stopped getting minutes. Diawara's not getting any minutes.
Yeah.
So I see him playing around with the lineup here. It's looking like, ever since McBride came back, McBride has taken the Alvarado spot.
Yeah.
Clarkson's still in there. So he's kind of shortened up a little bit here. Let's see if he keeps it going into the future or what.
Yeah, I think he's still playing around though. I mean, do you think he's got his lineup set for the playoffs, or do you think he's still playing with it? Like, I don't.
I think he's tinkering, but he's pretty much set, man. I think he's pretty much
Yeah.
set. He got his starting five, and then he got Clarkson, Shamit, McBride, Robinson. I think that's it.
I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, look, we went and got all these guys before the freaking season ended, bro. And
Yeah.
I think the point of that was supposed for them to be some type of a spark plug on our team, or some type of a defensive specialist and this and that. And I guess he did not figure it out on how to utilize them in the rotation and in the lineup. And some of those guys helped us win some games, and there are times where they didn't. So I don't know. I think it was a good victory. I'll give you that. I think that's a good take. I think at the end of the day, bro, we have Jalen Brunson, and he is the Batman. Yeah, sometimes Cat plays Robin or Anunoby plays Robin, but other than that, we have our Batman, and you give it to him, and he's gonna
Sorry,
take it. Like I said,
can you my bad. Can you drop the link? I got people in here trying to call.
I got you, man.
The call in links.
Done deal.
Send it in there real
So
quick.
yep, call in Jimmy. You can go on the StreamYard app, get the app, get it on, and let's see what you guys have to talk about. But I'd say this, man, it's like my only thing is, bro, is like, do you see him doing this throughout all the playoff games and everything like that? I don't know. And by the way, there were some bad defensive possessions they had today, man. Like, it was just like they scare me so bad defensively, man. Nowadays, like, they're not a lockup defensive team anymore. They're not a team that just can scare you defensively. But I'll tell you what, Josh Hart played pretty good today, and that helped us the Knicks come back, because he had like 3 or 4 consecutive offensive rebounds that helped JB get some points in there. So I definitely have some mixed feelings about today's victory, just because of the unknown. But obviously, as a Knicks fan, I'm happy we secured that victory. I think we did, like you just said, Jay. I think we did what we're supposed to do. Give it in the hands of our leader, and then everybody get the hell out of the way. My only problem is that if they live and die by that, if they live by the sword and die by the sword, and that's what they're doing,
Right.
that's just what it is. You got to also be ready to die by it if you're gonna play a team that knows how to prepare for that, and no one's gonna step up. Then you're gonna die by that. So that's my only concern.
Death will come.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. Yeah, you got to be careful. Let's take a quick peek at the standings right here in the East, just to get an idea of what exactly is happening here. Because I got to figure some things out here. Let's see. All right. All right. So obviously Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland, Atlanta, Philly. That's your top 6. 6 is going to be moving all over the place. 6 could either be Philly, Toronto, or Atlanta, or even Charlotte, who is 43 and 36 right there. Orlando actually has a chance too. Orlando's 43 and 36 as well. Jesus Christ. Miami, I don't think they're going to make it. They're probably going to stay down there. They're only 2 games behind, but we don't have that many games left. So that 6th seed could be taken up more than likely. That's tough, man. That's tough. Philly, Toronto.
Well, who's Charlotte playing?
Their last couple games?
Yeah.
Charlotte, they play us.
Yeah.
Let me see. They play us the very last game of the season. They play I'll tell you right now. They play the Celtics tomorrow. They play Detroit on Friday, then they play the Knicks on Sunday. That's Charlotte's last 3 games. So, you know, you look at their schedule wise, it's not the easiest, but Charlotte's been on a heater. And I
Yeah.
could easily see Charlotte, you know, winning those 3 games and getting that 6th seed. Now you compare that to a team like Atlanta, who has a couple games left. They have Cleveland, then Miami. Those are their last 3 games. So Cleveland back to back Wednesday, Friday, Miami Sunday.
Man, this
Atlanta,
Atlanta team is not. I got a good chance to watch Atlanta today. Obviously,
yeah,
normally I don't care for them, but man, these kids are good, bro.
they could play.
Team,
They could play.
they can play, bro. And this guy
Nikhil Alexander, you
Alexander,
got
bro.
your veteran in McCullum. They could play, man. They could play.
Oh yeah, man.
They could
They
definitely
they're
play.
they're a good damn team. And
Philly has Philly's playing San Antonio right now. San Antonio seems to be up in that right now. 115, 102. Then they have Houston, Pacers, and Milwaukee. Now, if Philly lost to San Antonio and Houston, I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
And they could come back and beat Indiana and Milwaukee. So they might split these last 4 games. So Philly might end up in the play-in. And then if we go over Toronto, lastly, Toronto has Miami tomorrow, Miami on Thursday. They play us on Thursday. Sorry, Miami. They play us on Friday, and they play Brooklyn on Sunday. That Miami back-to-back game, that's a split. They play the Knicks. The Knicks have owned the Toronto Raptors for the last couple of years, so that's a win for us. And then they play Brooklyn. Brooklyn's the worst team that has ever been in the NBA, so they can't lose that game. So yeah, man, if you go off of the schedule right now, I would say, you know, it's looking like that 6th seed is going to either belong to Charlotte or Toronto. Actually, I didn't even look at Orlando or Toronto. Or Atlanta could drop to the 6 and somebody could jump over them.
yeah,
It's interesting,
you
man.
know,
It's gonna come
I'm
down to
gonna
the
be
wire. I'm
pretty
telling you that right now.
confident. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty confident and say that I don't think any team scares me other than the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
I don't think if we played any of those teams, like look at what happened today with Atlanta. Yeah, man, they gave a run for his money, and honestly, listen, we're not gonna beat them that easy. I think they would pull off some of these victories, but I think it might be Knicks in 6 if they play Atlanta. But
Damn,
like I
6
said,
games
they'll
to
still
Atlanta.
come away
Atlanta's
with
gonna
the
take us to 6.
huh?
Atlanta will take us to 6.
I think Atlanta will take us to 6, bro. Listen, man. There are gonna be days where I'm telling you this right now, and this is what I'm watching. Atlanta lost that game, bro. There was just a lot of things in the end that just transpired that went the Knicks' way and did not go Atlanta's way. Like I'm saying, and had they just fixed up a few different things and a few different things could have changed it, and Atlanta would have been winning this game. And I think the way they play in a 7-game series,
Right.
they will have the Knicks number a few games. I think, like we said earlier, with our star power, with Brunson, and I think we have the better team, the better talent, the more experience. So we will come away eventually in that series, but for sure. And that's where I even say with Charlotte, I don't know what's going to happen there. I think for the most part, we'll beat any other team, but
who would you prefer?
Probably
7-game
Toronto.
series. Who do you want?
Toronto.
Okay. Easy.
Toronto. I think
Toronto you would want, and who would you least likely want?
Toronto, I would want, and the least likely, bro, it's funny to say because Charlotte and Atlanta kind of did. I'm just telling you, bro. Charlotte just ended up just beating our ass, and then that's it. It was over. But Atlanta, we stuck with it. So I would probably say Charlotte so far. I would say Charlotte. I don't want to see Charlotte or Atlanta, to be honest. But it would probably be Charlotte, and then I'd rather play Toronto. I could say Philly. I feel like we do good with Philly. We have the better match. We have better play. And for some reason, like guys like Anunoby and guys like that, they thrive a lot when we play like teams like Philly and stuff. So
yeah.
I think some of our other guys will step up when it comes to those type of games.
This is fair.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to play definitely Charlotte, but I think for the most part, like we always say, I think for the first round, I think we're definitely convinced the Knicks are going to win in the first round despite who they play. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, Toronto's the best matchup for sure, 100%. And then I'm kind of sticking with you, man. I don't want to see Charlotte, man. Charlotte is
Yeah.
a young run and gun team that could upset somebody in the first round really, really bad. Not saying they're a finals team, but first round team, they could get out of there. So I don't want to be upset by
I
Charlotte.
think Charlotte's not gonna let the Knicks get their way like they did today. They're not gonna let JB have his way like the way Atlanta did today.
Yeah.
And and when that happens, then other Knicks players have to step up, and that's one of those things. So today was a great. They dished it out. It was Bridges for 3, boom, break. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was one possession where it wasn't in JB's hands. It was in somebody else's hands, and nothing happened. So the next possession, JB was like, "Shit, just give it back to me. I can't do. Nobody can't depend on anybody else."
Right. It's me or nothing.
Right. So,
Which I'm not completely mad at.
No. I mean,
And Towns has been solid again. Towns has been the most solid of solid players I've ever seen.
Which I do want to say. Which then I was thinking this while I was watching the game too. Then I'm like, you know what? Then what the fuck was then what was the purpose of Mike Brown? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I watched the way they won today, bro, it's exactly how they used to win with Tibbs. Except, honestly, the Knicks would play better defense, as you know. But but still, it was the same exact thing. Everything just on JB's freaking shoulders. They miss a shot. Josh Hart goes and gets a rebound, kicks it back to JB. He misses. Josh Hart gets a rebound, kicks it back to JB, and then he makes it. Like, it's like literally that's exactly. So then I was like, then why was the whole purpose of getting Mike Brown? I thought Mike Brown was gonna have. I thought it was gonna be like poetry.
Mike Brown was supposed to push the offense up. We were super defensive last time, and that was fine. Mike Brown was supposed to run the offense better, aka play the bench and make us flow better. That's what was his job. Has he completed his job? You would say,
against the Bulls.
The Bulls, yeah. Against the Bulls, he completed. Against the Bulls, he gets an A+. He gets an A+ and a nice shiny red apple.
That's the problem.
Everybody else, I don't know what's happening. Maybe sometimes.
Yeah. So
I still like Mike though. I ain't mad at Mike, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not Mike Bryan. I can't even blame him either. But I'm just trying to say is like I expected a little bit more than ISO ball. But you know what? I'll tell you this. At this point, now, what you see is what you get with the New York Knicks. Okay, you just brought it up. That's what you do. You give it to your guy, and that's it. That is what the Knicks game is now. What you see is what you get with them now going to the playoffs. So I'll tell you what, if you're playing Boston, if you're playing Cleveland, if you're playing Detroit, if you're playing whoever you're playing in the playoffs, no matter what round it is, if you find yourself trailing like the way you did tonight against Atlanta, this is the only way the Knicks are going to try to come back and win. And like I said earlier, you're going to live and die by it.
Look, guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Call in. The link is in the chat. Call in. If you want to talk, we're going to talk Knicks. We're about to move on to Lakers in a second because Lakers are looking kind of crazy right now.
It's crazy.
We're going to move on to Lakers in a second. We'll get back to the Knicks because, it's all about the Knicks. It's always about the Knicks. But let's talk about the Lakers real quick.
Yeah.
They were rolling over the past month.
Charlotte gonna cook, by the way. Mr. Tibbs responded to our IG live. He said, Charlotte's gonna cook. So I don't know. You see that?
I can't agree. I can't disagree. I want to disagree, but I can't disagree. But I want to so bad. But for the sake of argument, Charlotte will not cook. They will flame fucking broil. That's what happened. I mean, it's just not going to be good. I don't want to see Charlotte in the first round. Don't want to see Charlotte in the first round, dude. Yeah. Not even close. Let's get anybody else, not Charlotte. It's going to be embarrassing, man. You know what it is? If again, we spoke about this one time. Going to the NBA Finals is all about circumstance and luck. A lot of it is luck. Let's not forget. You know, if we end up with a favorable matchup, we have a better chance. If Charlotte somehow takes out the Boston Celtics, we have a better chance. If Cade Cunningham doesn't come back 100%, we have a better chance. You know, all of this is luck. All of this is luck. And you know, luck and circumstance. Dynasty did it says no Hornets, please. He understands the assignment. No Hornets, please. Dynasty did it. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Please call in. Please call in. You know, and we gotta figure some things out here because I'm afraid of Charlotte. Dynasty's afraid of Charlotte. A lot of these people are afraid of Charlotte, man. I don't want to see Charlotte, man. I don't want to see Charlotte. You know, LaMelo Ball, guys like a damn video game out there. It's like playing NBA 2K26 with that guy.
Yeah.
Con Knipple has turned into a bucket. Every time he shoots the ball from three, I think it's going in. Right. You know, then you got some toughness on the floor. Diabate, Bridges, all these tough guys. They have a formula for winning team, a championship team in the next couple of years. Not now, in the next couple of years, if they keep building upon what they have now.
Yeah.
And they stay healthy. That was always their biggest problem. They couldn't stay healthy. So let's go. Let's you know.
I agree, man. I agree. And I'll say this. I'm really worried about the Knicks in general, let alone about Charlotte. I'm worried about any team they play, to be honest. I think they should be able to win and get the dubs, but I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park.
All right, look, we got our first caller here. We have Dynasty coming to the stage.
Back on the Jay and Emmy show. How's it going, Mr. Dynasty?
What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
What's good, brother? How's it
good? How you doing? How you doing?
What'd you think about today's victory, man?
I mean, yeah, it's you know not not an easy win for the Knicks. They had to get gritty. But you know, at the end of the season vibes right now. So getting ready for playoffs. It was nice to get the win. You know, but you know, Knicks got to show up on their defense, like you said, Emily, and then they gotta get ready for playoffs. But you know, at this point in the season, you take a win. You take what you get. You know.
Right.
So
yeah, you have to. You have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Dynasty, do you find that sometimes, man, like this whole situation of like you live and die by Brunson, especially in these type of games, it's like one of those situations where it's like, man, you're gonna be now playing Boston, you're gonna be playing Cleveland, Detroit. You know, how confident are you that he can pull it off against those type of teams if he doesn't get any help? Because clearly he didn't have any help. He had to do it all by himself tonight in those last few minutes, bro, to win that game.
I mean, we've seen this for the past few years.
Yeah.
With JB, you know, and that's been the formula on the Tibbs. And
as you see, bro, we got no rings on our fingers.
Yeah, that's the thing. We thought Mike Brown will be able to open up other players. But you know, I have confidence in Brunson, but that formula is not going to win against Boston. That's not going to win against Cleveland. And you know, it's live and die by Brunson. Super Brunson has to come in and save us at the end of the game. And most times than not, he does. But how sustainable is that strategy? That's the question. You know, you gotta win games without Brunson going off in the fourth quarter. I know he's Captain Clutch. That's his nickname, and
yeah,
I mean he's one of the NBA's most clutchest players. But you know, can you win a championship with that? I don't know.
Oh, man. Even Jordan had to kick it out to Kerr, kick it out.
Yeah,
to Jackson.
Yeah,
you know, he had to. I feel like
who's he kicking it out to?
Kick it out to Bridges for three.
No.
You know, I mean, he doesn't have that kick out play. Yeah, you're right. Jordan had that kick out to you know, Kerr. Steph Curry had a kick out to Clay, or you know,
LeBron had to Kyrie.
LeBron and Kyrie. Like who's that guy for Brunson? You know, just we don't have that guy on our team right now. So, well, we'll see how we'll see how this playoff goes. I have like I said before, this is a second round team in my eyes. If long as they don't play Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Obviously, if major changes will come if the team falls short, I could truly expect that. But I don't want to think about that right now. Let's get to the playoffs to see how the ball lines up and go from there.
But you got to think about it, man, because it's the same thing year in and year out, man. Like, oh yeah, we're in the playoffs. Oh, what we gonna do? Oh, we
Well,
lost. Oh, it's a sad summer. Oh God, I'm upset.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's
oh,
the
the season's
same.
starting again. Like, oh, we got to wait for the playoffs again. Are we gonna make it?
Yeah, it's funny because for years I'm a huge Knicks fan, as you guys know. And for years,
Yeah.
it's making the playoffs was the pipe dream as a Knicks fan. You know, now it's like you're expected to make the playoffs. Now it's like, all right, now what's next?
Well, yo,
So
yeah, a part of that dynasty is that because, bro, you got teams that are like freaking low budget ass cities that literally just come out of nowhere, will put a great team together, win a chip, and then go back to where they came from. Okay.
that's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Cleveland,
Toronto was one.
DC,
Toronto,
bro,
yeah.
bro, Denver,
Denver, yeah.
all right.
Yeah, even
You
San
got all these
Antonio,
guys who
man.
just came out of nowhere. They're like, you know what? Let's just win a chip. All right, let's put a good team together. Boom, chip. All right, we're done.
Or
You
done,
got the
yeah.
Knicks
We'll
for
come back
all
in
these
20 years.
damn centuries. They can't do it. It's sad, bro. It's like that's where it comes to. It's like we're yeah. It was good, like all those years when we suffered with friggin' well, we'll go most recent. We suffered a lot, but the most recent we'll go to
20
when
years
we
or
had freaking
Jared
what's it-
Jeffries.
Oh,
Oh,
Jared
God.
Jeffries in the
Right?
building.
Oh, was yeah, we had so bad. Oh my God, yeah, Jared Jeffries is one that comes to my mind.
Bro,
What?
but you're going, Dynasty, you're going actually a little bit back. Go to freaking when we had Derek Fisher as the coach,
Oh my, yeah,
right?
Derek
And then
Fisher.
you could even, and then what after that? Fizdale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fizdale, and the guy who's the guy after Fizdale? He was horrible
Did we have
too.
Hornacek?
Hornacek. Oh my
Hornacek.
God.
Yeah.
You're right. You know what's crazy about that Hornacek team? We had a nice lineup. I don't know if you guys remembered. We had Derrick Rose the first time he came.
Yeah.
We had what's his guy's name from Milwaukee? Shit, what's his name? Shooting
backup
guard,
center?
point guard.
He's a backup center.
No. He was a point guard, shooting guard.
From Milwaukee.
Brandon Jennings.
Oh,
Yeah, Brandon
Yeah.
Jennings.
We
Yeah.
had Brandon Jennings. We
Yeah.
had Carmelo Anthony and a brand rookie, Kristaps Porzingis.
Was that
You-
Carmelo's third? That was after Mike. Was that before Mike Woodson or after Mike Woodson?
no, way after Mike Woodson.
You lost me at
That's
Carmelo
after Mike
Anthony.
Wilson.
You lost me at Carmelo Anthony. That guy is selfish as hell. You can't win anything with that guy.
But
Carmelo Anthony later years with the Knicks is pretty much forgettable. I loved it when he first got him.
yeah,
His first few
Yeah.
years when he was under, I think it was under D'Antoni and Mike Woodson.
right.
But his later years with Fizdale and
Horrible.
oh my God, it was
Horrible,
horrible.
man.
It
He
was-
shut out Stoudemire. He couldn't play with Stat. Lynn was shining. He shut
Forget
that
about
down.
bro, Lynn's sanity, bro. That man was so jealous of that.
Oh my God,
Jealous.
I
He was
would
jealous.
I would say this.
He was so
One
jealous.
of my favorite Knick teams through the years was that, I think it's that second year Carmelo team. I believe Mike Woodson was the coach. That's the team that lost to
Was that-
Indiana in the second round.
Was that the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
man
Mike
team
Woodson.
when we had
That
Kid and
Rasheed
and
Wallace, Kid.
It was such an exciting time. It was such an exciting team.
Prigioni. I freaking loved
Prigioni.
J.R. Smith.
J.R.
I think that was Shumpert's rookie year. That's one of
Yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
Knick teams of all time. I love
Nah,
that was the Knicks
Everybody
tape.
got hurt though. You remember that,
The
right?
That was a Knicks tape team.
Yeah,
everybody
100%,
got
bro.
hurt.
It was crazy.
Everybody
Jason
got hurt.
Kidd.
Yeah, that's a team that beat Boston in the first round,
Yep.
and they went like all black on the game 6.
Yeah, bro.
We have Kurt Thomas that year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kurt Thomas.
yeah,
Bro, we got
Kurt
Kurt Thomas and we have Marcus Camby.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
And then
Crazy
didn't we
team.
have Kenyon Martin at the end of the year
and we
too?
had Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, that was an old team. That was a
They
very
went
old
and picked up-
team, man.
They went and
Jesus,
picked up
Lord.
all the best players.
Dude, that was by far my favorite Knicks team. I think I've seen like 10 home games that year. It was by far my favorite team. of all time.
That was a win now team because if you don't win now, everyone's gonna retire.
You know who my favorite player on that team was? It was discount double check Steve Novak.
Steve Novak.
Novak. Yep.
Yeah,
And we
that
know
was a
that,
great
yeah, man. That was an exciting, bro. How deep were we, bro? We had so
that
many guys
We
on
were
the team.
that
deep. We
team
were
was
just
so
old.
deep.
And
And
Mike
then
Woodson knew how to coach that team. Mike Woodson
yeah,
knew how to coach that
he
team,
knew
man.
I coached that team. You know, the only thing we fell apart in the playoffs, the guys got hurt. I mean, obviously an older team, guys gonna get hurt. Jake Kidd fell off. You know, he was like on one leg at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
you know who disappointed? The reason why we lost that series was and then we'll come back to freaking reality, which is 2026. Um, you know who disappointed, bro? Tyson Chandler. He got his
Yeah,
ass kicked by Roy Hibbert, bro.
yeah. That was so disappointing. Tyson Chandler, yeah.
That was the reason why we lost that series.
Yeah, Roy Hibbert. Yeah, that was the reason why I lost to Indiana. Tyson Chandler did
Remember,
not come to play.
Wallace was hurt. Rasheed Wallace was hurt, man. That guy was unstoppable in the paint. And then
Rasheed Wallace got a lot of these older players got hurt. You know,
I
that's
think he retired then mid-season.
he
yeah,
retired that year, right? He didn't come
Yeah,
back.
yeah. He didn't finish the season with us. He came
Yeah,
in,
he got
was
hurt, and that
dark,
was
and
it.
then he just retired.
he started the season tough, but yeah, he could have.
He
Yeah,
couldn't
Rasheed
be
Wallace.
stopped, man. He was that old man bully ball. You know, he killed it, and then
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
man.
was it.
But let's get back. So I wanted to just share one thing about what Dynasty was saying was about like, you know, it's just, bro, we've been through so much as we're talking about all the past Knicks teams. For you guys to remember, for all the audience to remember, we've had some ups and downs, but for the most part, it's been all downs. And after Tibbs came, we started to get to the playoffs, and then it was like, okay. But bro, that was 2020. It's 2026. And like
Yeah,
I just said, you got some of these damn little small market teams that doesn't take them 6 damn years to win a chip. They'll put some shit together straight and they'll take me a year or two and they'll win it. And that's it.
yeah, yeah. You know, it's all in the front office. You got to make those moves that push you over the top. You know, that's the thing with. I mean, when Knicks played around with Giannis earlier this year, was that the move that would put you over the top that these
Right.
other small market teams do?
Yeah.
When you talk about you talk about Kawhi with the Raptors, like
Yeah.
you gotta make that move. You know,
You got to.
and the
Yeah.
thing is with the Knicks is that do they have the draft picks? Do they have the capital to make that trade and get that player that's going to bring it over the top? And they may not have that due to the trade for Bridges. So
But Dynasty, you make a move like that for Giannis, for example, you're technically selling your soul for a title. You're not building a dynasty, no pun intended. You're selling your soul for a title. Look at Toronto. They sold their soul for a title. That's it. Toronto's looking okay now, but they're not going to be anywhere near finals.
no, what would you? All right, so let's think about it this way. All right, like would you rather sell your soul for a title or go 10 years with a playoff consistent team, but a second round exit every year? Would you have sold your soul for a Patrick Ewing title back in the 90s? Or, like you gotta think about that sometimes. Like you've been a Knicks fan for how long now? We haven't seen the title. I don't honestly I don't remember a title for the
Haven't seen
Knicks.
a title
So
in our
Bro, we
lifetime,
never
in
won,
lifetime.
won shit.
you know nothing. So at this point, if you talk about getting Giannis and selling your soul and gunning
Yeah.
a team for that title, I'm signing up, man.
No, bro, 100%, man. Listen, I'm all for Giannis, and I was all for it this year, and I'm all for it most likely for next year because I don't know what it's gonna look like for the Knicks. Because bro, we've seen a team without Giannis, and it didn't bring us anything. Okay, so that's why I
Exactly.
wanted Giannis, and everyone was like, "No, man, look, we look good the way we are, bro." What? It was the same exact team from last year. We didn't do anything.
It's
Okay,
Right.
exactly.
so
And
you got to change some stuff around. And I'll tell you what, man, we keep saying it. We brought it up today. It's like, yo, man, JB, how long is he going to do it all by himself? JB, carrying. Well, you got Giannis. Give the ball to him. He's a damn truck. Get the
yeah,
hell out of his way.
and not JB's
Oh,
that
yeah.
kick out player for Giannis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
So we
he
got
is,
we got to throw the
Giannis-
kitchen sink at Giannis.
Oh
We got to
my
get rid of
God,
Towns.
give
We got to get
JB
rid of
so many opportunities, man.
you got to get
He'll
rid of a
make
lot of people
JB
for
way
Giannis.
better.
Bro.
Huh?
You got to get rid of a lot of people for Giannis. That's what I'm
Bro,
trying to
get
say.
rid of them. They're all ass.
Towns, bye.
get
Anunoby,
rid of
bye.
him. Hey,
McBride, bye.
we gave this core a few years now. You know, at some point you got to realize, hey, we got to mix this up. We got rid of the coach. We got to mix up the players. I mean, Josh Hart. I know you're buddies with JB, but listen, like at some point you got to look for a title, and not look for being friends.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly, I
Yeah.
agree. And
Roommates
look, I
podcast.
think with Giannis, bro, they don't got to give up too much, man. They gotta they'll give it, like, obviously Cat's gone, okay. Um,
Towns or Bridges. Cass gone, of course. You might have to lose Bridges. You might lose um either Bridges or OG is being part of that trade. Either one of those two guys would be in part of that trade.
Yeah, yeah.
you
You
wouldn't
might.
lose Bridges. Milwaukee would be the one losing on that one. So if they
Yeah,
we'd be gaining just by getting rid of him.
yeah.
But yeah,
Give us back nothing for Bridges. Water.
I'll take a bag of basketballs with the. Like, just the
It's crazy how the like with Bridges. You know, were you guys excited for that trade when it first happened with the Nets?
Right away, it wasn't excitement. It was that, man, they gave up a lot for this guy. That was the exact response I had. A lot of picks. So I wasn't excited. I knew what he had, what he could do, but I'm like, will it pay off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly it didn't.
I was just a little bit. I was just like, man, this guy just came off a crazy year with the Nets. You know, he was dropping like damn near 40 points.
Yeah, he was killing it.
Like,
I remember games when he was killing the Knicks on the Nets. I'm like, damn,
killing it, bro. It was just like taking over. It was like this guy was about to be something special. And listen, bro, if you even go back, you just YouTube all those that literally that day we got him. There was no analyst on earth, whether it was ESPN, WFAN, whatever it is. There was nobody on earth that thought this was going to happen. They were all at Stephen A. Smith, freaking Kendrick Perkins, all these guys that were talking. They were like, this is the biggest trade the Knicks have ever did right now. Teaming up this guy's talent now with JB. Oh my God, the Knicks are on their way to win. Like that's everybody was hype. That's where everybody's mindset was. No, you know, so like, you know, nowadays a lot of guys are coming in like, well, you expected we have one guy, Mr. Tips came in. You expected this from him. He's a 10-point guy. He's like this, and he's not the only one. There's a lot of people said that.
Yes.
No, that's not why we got him. That's why we didn't get him
to drop 10, 12 points a night.
No, you didn't give up 5 first-round picks for a guy to drop 10 points a night.
We pick up guys on free agency from that. You can freaking get guys from the G League who can do shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, Bridges was here to be that second guy to Brunson, and
easy.
He just hasn't lived up to the hype, you know. Unfortunately,
so. And that's why the Knicks are like.
That's why
the game. Yeah, and that's where they're, and that's why the game plan is not where it is, and that's why the Knicks got to make some moves to get like another guy, because like Giannis, hopefully. I don't know, but
has to at this point.
All right, man. I'll tell you what. What do you think right now? We got last 4. So I want to say something, Dynasty, because you basically were sounding like just forget about these 4 games and just wait for the playoffs. Is that where your mindset's with this right now?
That's where my mindset is right now. Okay. The seeding is the seeding. When the next fall. I think they'll fall on 3, third seed, but right 3 or 4. You know, it is what it is. Because you can't really dictate who's going to be that what's that? Who the 3 plays to 7, right? Oh no, 3 plays to 6. So you really can't really dictate who's that 6 or 7 he's going to be. So it falls where it falls.
On some positivity, the New York Knicks have won 51 games. Same as last year. And
so let's get another win. Let's win last year's win total. Was it 51 last year?
51.
All right, yeah. So let's get to 50. Let's get to 52.
Any more games, they will be the most winning Knicks team in the last like 15 years.
There you go.
Yeah, we got Boston, Toronto, Charlotte. We'll definitely get Toronto. Boston.
Is that the last 3? Boston, Toronto, Charlotte. Isn't the Nets in there or no?
The Nets? No.
Okay.
All right, Dynasty. Before we let you go, I'm gonna give you one. We'll play this game. Me, Jarrell, and you. Give me one player that has to step up in your eyes for the New York Knicks. We already know JB's gonna do his thing. Give me one player. It could be anybody. It's kind of like you're predicting this. You're calling it. Give me one player that's going to be the reason why the Knicks have a successful run in this playoffs? Other than JB, take him out. Who's that other player?
The other player, I'm going with Shaman.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you,
Solid.
Jarrell?
I'm going with Shaman. I feel him off the bench. He has that kick out player that's gonna have to shoot a high percentage from three. I think he's that one player that could, because you know what you're getting from JP. You kind of know what you're getting from Hart.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting from Bridges
Yeah.
on some nights, most nights. But I think Shaman could be that player off the bench that could spread the floor, and knock down some big threes for the Knicks to, you know, to either extend the lead or get back in the game. I think, I think Brown has to really put a high minutes on Shaman
Okay.
for the Knicks to be successful. So that's
What about
my
you,
one
Jay?
guy.
All right. If my one guy, because obviously, you know, Brunson's going to be Brunson, Cat's going to be Cat. I would say my one guy is Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson has to show up every night. He's a
That's my
veteran
second
on
guy.
that team. He's a veteran on that team. He has to, you know, not just score, but make hustle plays. He's 33 years old. So he's definitely one of the oldest guys on
Very
that
fair.
team. And
That's fair
he's a
point.
veteran. He's been around the league for a while. He knows what to do. He knows how to play this game. So Clarkson has to show up every time, come off the bench, do your thing. You know, get your rebounds, get your points, make the right plays, hustle, and sit down. Clarkson's going to be our game changer for this playoffs.
Yeah. I'm
All
gonna
right.
go with Anunoby. Okay.
Okay.
Anunoby has to come out big. Now he's the only guy I believe that's won a championship on our team. He's gonna have to come up big. In his mind right now, he should be thinking that he's the second best player on this team. And whether it's obviously with his, you know, breakaway dunks and his threes and the defense, whatever he is, he has to be dropping at least 25 plus points alongside with JB. If he could do that, which I think he's capable of, then the Knicks will have a successful run. And Anunoby has to come through.
That's a good one, and because Anunoby, I feel like he has also to stay healthy this playoffs. Has he been hurt this past,
Yeah.
few playoffs? And I think that one year he was killing it, and then he got hurt against the
Yeah.
against the Pacers. So
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
so he,
Yeah. That's good. That's solid.
Anunoby, Shamit, and Clarkson, man. So these
there it
are
is.
guys that we're hoping come through.
Shaman's hurt now, right? Is he coming back for the playoffs?
He played tonight. He played tonight.
He played tonight. Okay.
Did he do anything? Is the question? No, he was quiet. Did he leave the game early? No, Shaman was quiet.
Okay.
I can't even remember him really making a splash in tonight's game. Let me see. Shaman had 21 minutes. He had 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 0 for 2 shooting.
Yeah, I need better from that. He needs to put up shots.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I need
21
better. I mean, he played 21. He played 21 minutes, so he got the minutes in there.
He put up a Bridges game. That's what happened.
He did.
Damn, that's horrible.
He did. Well, it looks like Michigan's gonna win the national title, guys. It's like I don't know if you guys watch the basketball.
UConn, baby.
It's Michigan.
Well, Michigan is up 9 with a minute left. So
Oh yeah, never mind. It's over.
It's over.
yeah,
Dan Hurley, man. Almost did it. But yeah, man, Michigan looks like they're gonna be winning it. And the New York Knicks are a few more games away from the playoffs. And let's see what happens, man. Right now,
this is what happens.
let's see what happens. We got Boston, we got Charlotte, Cleveland, and who else? Who's our
3
fourth team?
teams. That's it. 3.
Oh, that's
We
it.
got
3 teams.
Boston,
Yeah, Atlanta was the
Boston,
other one, right?
Toronto, Boston, Toronto, Charlotte.
Oh yeah, it's Toronto, Charlotte. Yeah.
Boston, Toronto, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you guys sign up for one win out of those 3? Would you sign up for 2 for 1? Or would
1 for 1. We're going.
I
one
mean,
and
according
one,
to
2
you,
and 3.
Dynasty, you'll be happy with 0-3 because you ready for the
Well, I do want that one win to get that that record you're talking about.
the successful the highest win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, who are you giving it to? Because you got Boston, you got Charlotte, and then you got freaking Toronto. I guess Toronto probably.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be against Toronto, but I do want to give Charlotte a nice,
Maybe.
L. Yeah, because they kind of like toiled
Last
us
game of
last
the season,
ago.
Charlotte's going to be fighting.
Well, sure, yeah. So would the Knicks be resting players that game, or who knows? But I would like to
Possibly.
get that win early. Possible than rest for the last two, but
Yeah.
I'll sign up for one more win.
All right, let's see what happens. So I guess we'll follow up and find out. We'll be back on Wednesday. Dynasty, man, always a pleasure having you, brother.
All right, guys,
All right,
take it
man, be
easy.
safe.
Yep,
All right.
Dynasty from I think Piscataway, New Jersey. That's where he's
I'm
from.
not sure where he's from. He never said where he's from. We'll check back on him next time.
I think he was from Jersey.
This UConn Michigan game, it's not over yet, like Dynasty said, but it's getting close. I'll keep an eye on it. 67-63, 37 seconds left. Michigan has the ball. I've seen crazier things happen, but
Yeah, especially when UConn's playing.
yeah, I know you love UConn, man, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I love UConn, and you know what, man?
Michigan's going to the line right now.
Bro, it's really hard. It's really hard to win a national title, man. And you can just look at guys like Duke, bro, and North Carolina. There's so many like prestigious freaking programs out there that are like, oh my God, this program, that program, right? You really find out, bro, these guys didn't really win much. Then that's because it's really hard. But if you could win a few, then you're golden. So
Yeah.
that's just the way it is with the NCAA. So there's just so many teams. It's just so many rankings. It's really hard. So.
Let's move on real quick. I'll keep an eye on the game and keep updating you guys on the game. But right now, let's talk about the Lakers, who, as I was saying, they were on a run over the last 2 months. Luka was playing out of his ass. He was playing out of his mind, averaging about like maybe 35 points a game. Definitely is going to, he missed both free throws. Definitely going to be a scoring champ this year. I'm sorry, this UConn. UConn has a ball. Some play-by-play here. UConn has a ball. 19 seconds left for three. Off. All right, now it's over. It's over now. All right, we continue talking. It's over. All right, but yeah, so yeah, Luka was definitely playing hard. He's definitely gonna be scoring champ. Yeah, the game's over, man. He needed that three. He missed both free throws and he missed the three. But you know, what are we gonna do here? Let's see if he missed both free throws again. That'll just be luck on their side. But yeah, so Doncic is out for the rest of the season. He could potentially come back for the playoffs. He has a hamstring injury, though. Again, like we spoke about that. That's you injure your hamstring. That's not like breaking a fingernail. You injure your hamstring, that lingers, man. That comes on and off, on and off. You gotta let that rest, man. You gotta let that rest. And then just to put icing on the cake, Austin Reeves is out now 4 to 6 weeks, so he's definitely gonna be out for the rest of the season and probably miss the first round if they could get past the first round at this point. So that puts your Lakers, that puts the game in the hands of LeBron James and Bronny James, attorney at law. Can they do it? Probably not, because it looks like they're either going to face Houston or Minnesota. Big no. Big no.
Hell.
I got Houston. If I was a Lakers fan, I'd rather play Houston. Minnesota's going to run them out the building. Let's just be honest here.
Yes, sir. Okay. Sorry. I was fixing my mic. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You good.
Okay. First of all, let's be very clear. The Lakers weren't going to win anyway. Okay.
No?
So it's actually not a bad thing. Why everything just freaking
they just collapsed.
Yeah, just collapsed like that. Listen, they were on doing like some people like, what the heck are you talking about? Okay. Yeah, I'll admit you guys were on a good run, but yet you weren't going to beat because you just saw what happened. They played OKC the other day, 2 weeks ago, or like a week and a half ago, when they got their ass kicked. So, and I think they played everybody, right? I think Anthony Reeves played. AR played. Luka played. I think everybody played, and they got their ass kicked in the game. So, they clearly were not matched for the OKC Thunder and probably some other teams as well, like San Antonio and some other teams. So
you got to remember, you got to play at the Lakers' pace if you want the Lakers want to win,
right?
And they're not a quick team; they're an older team, and there's not much they could do. Here's a potential matchups here. We got Lakers at 3. We got Minnesota at 6. However, Houston is right there. Houston could definitely take that 6th seed and drop down one. I think the plane is pretty much set over there. Phoenix, they're not coming out. Clippers, Blazers, and Warriors, they're staking in the plan. But the West
Yeah,
is
I'm just gonna just make it very simple. The OK City Thunder are I mean, I'm a Knicks fan, so I don't want to say this right now, but the OK City Thunder is winning the championship. And I'm just gonna say they're definitely winning the Western Conference Finals. I'm not gonna say the championship yet because I'm a Knicks fan, so whatever, but they're winning they're winning the Western Conference Finals. And it's for a few reasons. Number one,
and Michigan has won 69-63. I'm sorry about that. Game's over. All right, continue.
who gives a rat? Okay, here's the thing, right? You got a team that just won the championship. Then they come back the next year and they're at 62 wins right now with another 3 games left. So maybe they end 64 wins, 65 wins. Okay. Then on top, so they already were a successful team. Then they come back and they're just as successful. They haven't skipped a beat. They're literally they're the same exact way of the style, system, players, bench, depth. Everything is the same. Nothing has changed really from these other teams. So they already know how to beat them. They already know the game plan. They already know how to. So, OKC know how to win games, especially in the West, and so they're heading back to the finals. That's
the only team that has their number there is San Antonio, but with San Antonio being at number 2, and again we spoke about this briefly earlier, San Antonio lacks playoff experience, extremely lacks playoff experience. I don't think they can make it to the finals. As good as they are right now in the regular season, the playoffs are a different beast. We said it before, we'll say it again. I don't think they're going to make it to the Western Conference Finals. At number 2, they're going to play one of those play-in teams, whoever it be. They could probably get out the first round. That's fine. But then number 2 plays number 3 at some point. And it's not going to be the Lakers because the Lakers are going to lose to probably Minnesota, Houston. But San Antonio in a 7-game series against Houston or Minnesota, I think they're going to be worn out. They're going to be beat up. And I don't think they're going to make it. They're not going to make it to that Western Conference Finals. And that's the only team that could actually take down OKC. If they faced them in the first round, OKC would have been scared. But, San Antonio doesn't have it in them to make it all the way down there. So you're right. OKC is going to come out on top. And I don't see anybody beating them. And we might have our first repeat team in 10 plus years. We haven't had a team go back to back in about 10 years since Golden State, I believe. So that's that.
Yeah, I mean, that's in the East. I'll respectfully say you don't know who's really going to come out of the East right now. Some people might say Boston, some people say Detroit. It's still not a given. But OKC, man, for sure, it's OKC. And it's crazy because the West does have a lot of good teams.
They have a lot of talent.
And then you have teams like freaking Minnesota that's been trying their best to win for a very long time. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it looks like we have a caller here.
Mr. Attar, you're on live with the Jay and Emmy. How's it going?
Yo, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing, Attar? Where are you from? Where are you calling from?
I'm good. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Nice,
Okay,
man.
perfect.
What are we talking about here, Attar?
Since baseball season started, I said, why not I call and, talk about baseball?
Sheesh. Why not, man? Why not, man? As you can see, the New York Yankees and Mets. Are you a Yankees fan, Mets fan?
I'm always a Yankees fan, man.
Yankees.
Yes. See. Hang up on him.
Oh.
Jay's a Mets fan. Even though he's in Los Angeles. Yeah, man. Look, Yankees. They lost yesterday. Did they play tonight? No, they didn't play.
No, they play tomorrow against the Athletics.
They play against the Athletics. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they lost yesterday, but so far a decent start for the New York Yankees.
Yeah, honestly, I think we have the best record. I think in the whole league. Right now, I think we're 7-2. A very very strong start. And yeah, but the bottom of the lineup is just so horrendous. Honestly, like they need to really put
Shut
get
it up.
themselves together. Yeah, and it's like these mistakes, and not like taking these pitches that are like super easy to hit. Like like you got guys taking fastballs right down the middle, like sliders like that are hanging right there and there. And like these small mistakes could like cost us the game. And
You do you think that's like Aaron Boone, something that Aaron Boone has to fix? You feel like that's just who we have on our team? I mean, like, what do you think is the solution to that?
honestly, I don't know what strategy Aaron Boone has with with his players, but I do think they need to be more aggressive. More aggressive on their bats and try to just hit for contact and not try to, hit home runs. Because we know the Yankees is a home run hitting team,
Right.
but but they're also known to strike out a lot, right? Because they're just up there focused on trying to, hit the ball as far as they can and then end
Right.
up striking out. And you see that a lot. So I feel like as long as they just try to get good contact and try to put the ball in play, we should definitely have a very successful season.
Yeah, I think
Atara, quick correction there. You said Yankees are the best in the league. We got the Brewers at 8-2. We ain't got the Dodgers at 8-2.
Oh,
So
okay, all right.
that's
I remember last time I checked,
TTC,
before they
brother.
lost, they did have the number one record. They were 7-1.
damn, Jay, you
Oh,
really have
that
to
was then, and this
Yeah,
is now. Atara.
yeah.
Whole nother day, buddy.
listen.
The Yankee high horses high tonight, man. I'm telling
Yo,
you.
man. Jay's like, yo, don't come on our show and just spit some
You gotta
inaccuracy.
get
Like,
some
yeah,
facts.
no,
No, but no, you're right. You're right. I should have been more accurate on that.
No, that's
listen,
okay. That's okay. I'm
he's
just a
talking
hater. That's fine.
about Jay. He's talking about when the season's done.
Yep.
Okay, the best
Yeah,
league.
back.
That's what he's
Oh, he
talking about.
predicts the future now. Got it. All right.
Yeah,
Back.
so
Sorry.
if you need the future, go to Atar.
Honestly, yeah, but I mean, like, I really think we're gonna, walk away with first place in American League East.
Yeah,
Based just based on like how the season started, and even like there's not really much competition, honestly. Like you seen the Red Sox. I think Red Sox are on like last place.
Suck two and
Uh,
eight.
yeah, that's horrible, horrible start.
yeah. Rays are 5-5 right now.
Yeah. So
AL East is looking like it's pretty easy, man. It's like it's yours to win right now. To be honest with you,
yeah,
there is no competition in the AL East. You guys should have it this year. I don't really, unless the Rays kind of might sneak in there. Maybe, probably not.
maybe
Um,
a
the
few
Blue
years
Jays.
ago.
Blue Jays had a rough start, but they could creep up the season
Yeah, I
goes
mean
on.
I mean like last year they crept up last year and they ended up taking away first spot from the Yankees. No,
So
and
I
then
would
the
say if you're
Yankees.
gonna worry about anybody, worry about the Blue Jays. But between the Rays and the Orioles and the Red Sox, I would just they're done. Don't worry about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, and I would say the biggest thing what's giving the Yankees some good chances to do good things is because of the pitching. I think our pitching has been pretty good.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, the pitching has been phenomenal.
You got Garrett Cole back. Well, you're gonna have Garrett Cole back soon, and then you have Max Fried and
You
our
got Will Warren, Cam
yep,
Schlittler.
yep, the bullpen looking good.
Yeah,
So
bullpen looking good. The only person that is like always like is, I get nervous every time he comes up from the bullpen is I think his name's Paul Blackburn. They just got this guy. I
okay,
think they got him from the Mets. And
no,
How about the
makes sense.
Mets?
yeah.
That makes sense why he's sucking.
Yeah.
Like that. What do you think about the Mets, Ty?
I think honestly, really, they have their offense like the way their lineup is looking. On paper they look really really good offensively, but
Mm,
their pitching,
Yeah.
I feel like their pitching is just not there.
right.
Um, their starting pitchers, other than like McLean, who's amazing. Honestly, that kid is definitely if he goes the same way he's going, he's definitely going to end up in in the Hall of Fame. Um, other than him, they don't really have too many good pitchers. Sean Manaea, he's completely just not performing. Who else they had? I know they had Jonah Tong, but I think Jonah Tong right now is in the minor leagues, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. He's in the minors right now.
Yeah, minor.
Alex.
Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes. I think he had a good outing last time,
Yeah.
if I remember
Right.
correctly. Um, but I would say like
Yeah.
their starting rotation is and their bullpen too is not really I
Right.
mean, actually, no, actually, I take that back. The other than Devin Williams actually has been performing very well for them. Um, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that
I mean,
also has to do with the pressure too, because
yeah.
I think the New York Yankees, Yankee fans, they're very ruthless. So I feel like when when he was put under that hot seat, that's what would cause him to choke and give up so many runs. Him and Luke Weaver, but I think they're doing pretty well over there across town.
Friday. Oh yeah.
Dynasty
Dynasty is
Mets
giving you
fans
some
as well.
names. Freddie, Senga. We got another Mets fan here up in
Oh
here.
yeah, Freddie,
Go
Freddie Peralta.
Dynasty.
Yeah, Freddie Peralta. Yeah. He's very good. He's very good. He did have a rough first start, but he's a very solid pitcher.
Yeah, man.
I
Look,
like him a lot.
here's my thing. I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna say like the New York Mets right now, man. They had their chance last year, and then they just blew it in the end. It was just a horrific collapse, and I don't know. I'm not sold. And you guys tell me as Met fans out there, if you guys want to call in or just even whatever, just you can reply on any of our comments. But I'm not sold on your management. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on your GM and your I guess you could say general managers, all of that stuff, like ownership. I don't know if you guys know what you guys are doing, and I don't know if you guys have a game plan. I feel like it's always changing and shifting. You made the right move to get Soto. That was smart, but then from there, I just don't know what you're doing. I think you should have kept Alonso.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
Pete Alonso. Yeah.
I agree with that too. I think Alonso should have, you know, stayed with the
And your
Mets, or they
pitching
should
is
have
not
offered
good. And
him.
then you got rid of the best pitcher in baseball, which is their closer in Edwin Diaz. So and now he's in the Dodgers. So
I
I
think the
don't.
offer they made him wasn't too far from what the Dodgers offered. I think he just went there just so he could end up winning, where his chances with the Dodgers, like to win with the Dodgers, was just gonna be so much higher. Um,
Yeah,
Need to get the hell out of there.
yeah.
yeah. And
We'll see what.
speaking about the Dodgers, that we need to see some competition from the National League. Because as long as the Dodgers end up it's going to be very hard to beat them. They basically have an all-star team.
Yeah.
Yep. Dodgers gonna win
They're
again or
signing,
what?
they're signing everyone, the different contracts and all that nonsense.
Jay, how's the Dodger hype in your city over there in Los Angeles?
It's big, man. It's big. This is Dodger Town. This is Dodger Laker Town. No one else really matters here. The Chargers don't matter. The Clippers don't matter. This is Dodger Laker Town. And now that the baseball season has started, I'll say it's more so Dodger Town than anything else. So you come out here, you better have a blue Dodger fitted. You'll blend right in.
Yeah,
It's,
makes sense.
it's
So the
crazy
whole
over here.
freaking like city is like invested in this team.
Whole city is invested, man. When the Dodgers play, everybody watches.
Wow.
It's nasty over here.
I mean, they have insane talent, but they're just a super team, and honestly, that kind of sucks a lot for like these other franchises that don't get much viewership, and like that are just like the other small market teams suffer because of like the talent that they just keep calling over there.
Yeah, I think if the Yankees, it would be interesting to see if the Yankees and Dodgers head back to the World Series to play each other. I think it'd
they
be
don't care
funny to
about the
get-
Rams, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Dynasty asked about the Rams. Yeah, I think the Yankees and Dodgers playing again in the World Series. I think there'd be the whole freaking country would probably be rooting for the Yankees, which would be a switch because usually people hated the Yankees because we were so OP, but now it's like you're gonna want the underdog, which would be the Yankees in this case. So I think we would have more support from the rest of the country if we played the Dodgers now. I think everybody just wants to beat the Dodgers considering they are that great team like Atar mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we have a long season though, guys. So far, like Atar mentioned,
Sure
like
we
the Yankees are started off pretty strong. It's good. I think we're pretty good as long as we stay healthy. I think we have a good bunch of young guys. I think our pitching is going to be the real reason why we're successful this year, and our bullpen and everything. And what's your prediction, Atar, for the Yankee season?
I think I predict that they will, most likely finish off with first place, and depending on the competition that they face in the playoffs, I think they really, really have a strong chance to actually make it to the World Series.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you're a fan. That makes sense. You think that. All right.
And one more thing
And
about
the
the
Knicks
Mets.
are going to win the title this year.
Yeah, are you a Knicks fan?
Of course.
All right.
All right. Welcome to. He can stay now. You don't got to get rid of him now. He can stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got rid of him. Yo, Knicks. What do you think about the Knicks, real quick?
Bro, I think the Knicks, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we
And
got 3 games left in the season, and then we're gonna hopefully probably be in the 3rd seed, and then play the 6th seed. Most likely the Hornets, which might be a decent team, or
Hopefully Toronto.
Atlanta or
Hopefully
whatever.
Toronto.
But yeah, man. I mean, hopefully we have a good run. You think the Knicks You think the Knicks have it to win a championship this year?
I don't know, man. I mean, I want to be optimistic, and
I respect that.
You're,
and
you're like the rest of us, man. I like your answer.
yeah,
Truthful.
I want to, there's like this hope, right? But then it's just the same thing with the Yankees. Every single year I've been saying, yeah, it's this all year, all year. But at the end, it's just like a hope. Like we hope for the best, but we prepare for the worst.
Appreciate that, Tar. That's great, man. Before we let you go, man, real quick, who's your GOAT, Jordan or LeBron?
Of course, I gotta go with Jordan, man.
All right, let's get rid of him. All right, Guitar, it was nice having you here. Have a good night, man.
Michael
Jordan, guys, man.
Guard at 6'6" from North Carolina,
man.
number 23, Michael Jordan.
Oh man.
Time out. You watched Space Jam, right, Jarrell, when it came out?
Yes.
And you loved it, right?
Yes, childhood favorite.
Did you watch the LeBron Space Jam? Okay.
What does that have to do with?
Thank you.
What is? I'm older now. I have kids
and
now.
yeah, I know that. Trust me, I know your age. And
okay, well, thank you.
You got to be the oldest LeBron fan. All right, on to the next.
All right, we got time for one more caller.
Actually, no, I take that back. Jamar Weiss is the freaking LeBron fan.
And he will be joining us next week for the great debate. Atar, I'm sorry for letting you go, but you have to go.
Yeah, why you let my man go
debate next week? LeBron versus Jordan. We got
Knicks Insider in the house.
Mr. Adnan, how are you?
From Orlando, Florida.
How you guys doing?
Great, man.
Good, man. How's it going?
Busy night of games tonight. Knicks, then the NCAA championship.
Oh yeah.
Let's just talk about the NCAA from there. What did you think about today's game? And unfortunately, UConn couldn't pull off, which would have been amazing. It would have been 4 out of 5, or what? It's just unbelievable. I was just telling this to Jay. It's like it's so damn hard to win an NCAA. That's why teams like even Michigan State. Right, Tom Izzo, he's golden. I mean, and I've been to Michigan State University, and I've been to that area, and I'm a big Tom Izzo guy. I learned a lot from him, from his schemes and his playbooks and stuff like that. But it's like you'd think those guys have been winning like a billion championships. No, they haven't won much. I think maybe 1, if anything, or 2 or something. But that just shows like even if you win a couple, you're golden, right? Because it's just so damn hard to get there to the big dance, or actually to win the big dance. So it would have been really historical if UConn won today, but obviously Michigan had different plans for it. And what did you see in today's game?
Yeah, I feel like Michigan just started off hot and they didn't look back. UConn was trying to make a late comeback. That's been the story of UConn in these since they beat they pulled off that miracle win. Everyone knew that UConn's banking on these last minute things coming back and trying to pull it off, and they almost did at the end. It was pretty close, but they were hoping to knock down some crazy threes, and sometimes it just doesn't fall. So it wasn't there at the end. I know Jay was commenting live on that. I was watching it at the same time. That one, the guy on Michigan missed both free throws, and then UConn takes a three, falls short. Just not going to always happen your way.
Didn't fall for them. But they had the chance. The door was open slightly, and they didn't capitalize. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, man. There's nothing really you could do about it at that point. You just kind of let it be. But it was a good matchup. Michigan, I told Emmy a couple of weeks ago, like this is Michigan's to win. They're blowing all these teams out. UConn's the only team they didn't blow out, so it was a great championship game. But it was Michigan's to win. So
yeah.
And they won it.
Yeah, 100%. This was Michigan's year. Michigan dominated. Jay called it a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
They didn't let up at all. Michigan totally dominated this tournament and had some competition today, but this was their championship. Got to give it to them.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's really hard to do what UConn was trying to do this year, but you know what? Give them props. They made it to the finals at least, and Michigan, you got to crown them. So, what did you say in today's Knicks? Obviously, my take was, we'll take it. I felt like the Atlanta definitely kind of lost that game more than the Knicks won it. I think a lot of things fell in their laps. We were showing some of the highlights where one of the Atlanta players stumbles, gives JB an opportunity to hit a wide open three. There was a stupid turnover by McCollum, and then they get a fast break point from there. Just collapsing type of last few possessions by the Atlanta Hawks, and the Knicks capitalized, especially JB and only JB. And so I can't be too thrilled because it was just in that fashion. We'll take it. What did you think about that?
I missed the first half, and I looked at the stat sheet when I started watching in the second half, and I saw Bridges had some good stats going. I was like, whoa, Bridges showed up today. But he did absolutely nothing in that second half. JB had to take over, but before JB took over, Cat had a little hot streak. He went off for a bit, and then some of you guys didn't mention at all today. Mitch was on fire. This guy was hustling, getting steals, second opportunities for the team. He put in work. Mitch was a difference maker today. So JB did his thing at the end, but Mitch really sparked this team, I think. So got to give Mitch some love.
Good point. Yeah, and I think probably going into the playoffs, I think we are looking at kind of like at this rotation and this type of, because it'd be too late now to change it up. I think what you saw today is, and what you're going to see in the next few games is what the Mike Brown has to go with for the playoffs. What did you see? What did you think from their rotations today, and I guess how he closed it off?
Honestly, at one point,
are you fine with the Knicks living and dying by JB and only JB at the end?
Yeah, I'm not fine with them depending on him so much. Teams are going to catch on. They're going to put someone to guard him, to double team him. He may not get these looks, so we got to have somebody else step up at the end and can't just rely on him. But to the rotation today, I did not like it at points. At one point, we had Shamet and McBride on the court together. I didn't like it. Both were doing nothing. McBride's been off ever since he came back. I don't know why he's getting all these minutes over Alvarado. Like, what has McBride done? So that rotation, and Clarkson wasn't playing either. So why is Shamet and McBride both in, Clarkson and Alvarado not in the rotation? So I'm not liking it. I hope Brown makes some more tweaks. You don't have much time till the playoffs, but I'm not liking certain guys coming off that bench.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. He does have some work to do, but there's like no time left, man. This guy, it's like now or never for Brown. He didn't play Alvarado Diawara. We were looking at that earlier. We think he's settling in on his lineup, and it looks like a 9-man rotation here with the starting 5, and then Clarkson, Robinson, McBride, and Shamit. That's what it's looking like. I don't see him really going much past that, but whatever he's doing, he needs to settle it in now. Like, figure out your lineup, and we're done here. Like, just do it. Know your rotation. So it's gonna be good. I think going forward.
I think right now we're at a point right now where let's see how we finish off with some of these teams. Okay, Boston, Toronto, and Charlotte. Okay, obviously all 3 are great competitions, and it's gonna be like how we finish games. I brought it up. I think Anunoby has to step up as one of our big factors. I look at him as the X factor. I think Anunoby has to be that second guy. The thing is, people want Cat to be that second guy, but just the way Cat plays, his game is kind of sometimes he could disappear for a long period of time. Sometimes you don't even see his presence. It's just and then also he's not the type of guy that just wants the ball. It has to kind of the situation has to present itself for him to start making some moves. So I think Anunoby is probably that guy that can be a big spark plug and help JB. He needs to drop more than 20 points. I think Anunoby, and he's capable, as you guys know, but I think Anunoby needs to drop 20 plus a night and help JB. If he can be that guy, then I think the Knicks are good. We asked one of our other callers, Adnan, basically, who is that second guy that you're going to expect to be a big reason for the Knicks' success in this playoffs to come through? Not really so much who you want, but where you're predicting that guy is going to be the reason of the Knicks' success. That caller said Shamit. Jarrell said Clarkson. I said Anunoby. Who are you envisioning for that?
And I'm just going to go with what I was saying earlier, Mitch Robinson. I feel like he can be a difference maker on that court, and just hustling, getting second chance opportunities for this team, and being a force on defense. And sometimes Cat's not going to give you that defensive presence that Mitch Robinson can give you. Yeah, I know Cat's been a rebounding machine this year, but those extra little things on defense that Mitch brings, I think that can be a big difference. Doesn't have to be on the offensive side. It's just that presence that Mitch brings, I think, can be a big difference for this Knicks team.
Okay, that's a solid response, Anon.
I
I do like that. Mitch could be a game changer for sure with his defense. And that's what we lack. We're not under Tibbs anymore, so we are lacking a little bit of defense. So Mitch coming to the rescue and being our defensive anchor should propel us, and I agree with that 100%.
Absolutely, man. Adnan Rizvi from Florida, our Knicks insider. Always a pleasure having you. We'll see you on the next show.
Appreciate you guys. Take care.
Take care.
Take care. Before we head out, I want to show you one thing. I watched, I got the games running as I'm sitting here, and I want to show you this. I want to show you this play by Embiid. Just watch it and you tell me what you think. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. Just watch it.
Embiid with a step back, and it goes for the big.
Watch this action again. The step back.
How many steps did he take? How many steps did he take?
Oh, man.
Let's count.
Embiid with a step back, and it goes for the big.
Watch this action again. The steps.
5 steps.
It's just so funny because it's like,
Get this off him.
What's the most funniest thing about that? That in his mind, he felt like he pulled some James Harden shit. Like he felt like
Harden.
Like in his mind, he only did like one, like J.R. Smith step back. Like that's how he looked at it. But his big ass took like 7 big ass steps going back. So,
why did the refs call that?
Because that's today's NBA, brother man. So that's today's NBA. And what? He ain't the only one doing it. He ain't gonna be the first one to do it. He ain't the last to do it. He's still gonna be doing it. There's another guy out there who's on the Lakers that does that shit a lot.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I call him the GOAT.
Guy stepped back from Philly to New York. He sure, hey, watch yourself. He sure did. He sure did. But that's how we're gonna end the show tonight on Embiid.
Nah, that was funny. That was actually funny. I'm glad you ended on a comedy segment. But yeah, like, to be straight up, I mean, I'll tell you guys, like, that is what today's NBA is all about. So that's what you're gonna get. It's gonna be more of that. As you can see, the freaking referees don't call shit. They're just gonna let that keep going, and they're probably gonna keep going and going because obviously for the remind you, there are like 4 refs on the court, but not one of them to call it. It shows that
not one.
It just shows that they have all incorporated that into the game. So none of them are gonna blow. They that's a part of the game. So
that pissed me off. I better not see that come playoff time. But
listen, man, New York Knicks victory today against the Atlanta Hawks. They're 51 wins now on the season. We're definitely gonna probably exceed that, and we'd have the most wins for a very long time right now on the New York Knicks. So let's give props. Mike Brown came in and he led to another successful season. It's not like he was worse than last year, but he's got his he's got his hand, his work cut out for him right now because he has to produce. That's why we got him to win a championship. So let's see how it plays out, man. Maybe some of these guys step up. Some of these guys, like Dynasty mentioned, Adnan mentioned, I mentioned, you mentioned, a lot of these guys. Maybe they all step up. Maybe it's Clarkson. Maybe it's Mitchell Robinson. Maybe it's maybe it's all of them that step up, and the New York Knicks just take over like they did in the Cup. I hope to see that. As you guys know, great show today, man. Great calls today from Dynasty, Adnan, Atar. Good Yankee talk today. But we'll be back on Wednesday afternoon, 5:30, Jay and Emmy show. We'll have calls. We'll have guests. We'll have the challenge. We will have quick hits. We'll have a real world segment. We'll have a full show for you guys on Wednesday. For Jay, this is Emmy saying good night.